From season 4, did what every season of this show does best. It dropped huge questions on us and then walked away without answering most of them. We got some solid character growth this year, but plenty of threads were left dangling, either forgotten or saved for the final season. Today I'm digging into the biggest unanswered mysteries from season 4 and breaking down what I think is really going on. Let's get into it. Why did Fatima turn into a monster? The season 4 finale left us with a huge gut punch, Fatima transforming into something monstrous. Earlier in the season, we saw her forming a strange emotional bond with Smiley, one that let her control him. But her final transformation went way beyond that kind of influence. We never got a direct explanation, but I think two things caused it. First, the man in yellow deliberately got his blood into Fatima's system, and it clearly poisoned her. The varicose veins, the hair loss, all of it pointed to a transformation already underway. But I also think Fatima went through the same bargain every other monster in the town went through. The town's monsters gained immortality by trading their children away in a ritual sacrifice. Fatima never chose that path on purpose, but functionally, it still happened. She gave birth to Smiley, and he was taken by the town. Because the town runs on ritual, not intent, that was enough to trigger her transformation. My read is that Fatima becoming a monster is actually her finishing the golem she'd been trying to build all along. Now, she can move between the town and the caves, becoming the very protector she wanted to create, able to fight the monsters from the inside. The unsettling part is that this might mean she's now permanently bound to the town, even if everyone else eventually finds a way out. Why did Ethan see Jim? At the end of episode 2, Ethan heads to the RV and has a conversation with Jim, who tells him to go to the Lake of Tears. It's a moment that seems to go nowhere, but I think it matters a lot. There are two possibilities. Option 1, this finally confirms the show's biggest ongoing mystery, the one Marielle has been obsessed with all season, that the souls of dead residents are trapped in the town. Jim showing up to help, especially alongside Father Kutri also being present, supports that theory. Option 2 is darker. That wasn't Jim at all. It was the man in yellow. We already know he can take on the appearance of anyone who's died in the town, and he was responsible for Jim's death back in season 3. If that's the case, this help is just another manipulation designed to cause chaos, rather than guide anyone to safety. Right now, we genuinely don't know which it is, a real lifeline or a trap. Who are the boy in white and the man in yellow? The finale gave us the first real acknowledgement between these two. The boy in white telling the man in yellow he won't win this time, implying this cycle has repeated many times before. My theory, neither of them is the ultimate villain running the show. Instead, they represent good and evil as forces, almost like an angel and a devil, born directly from the town itself. I think the town isn't just a place. It's an entity, and the boy in white and man in yellow are extensions of it, representing the eternal struggle between good and evil that exists in our world too. That's why the town can't be destroyed. Its purpose isn't to be defeated. It's to keep testing which side wins, generation after generation, cycle after cycle. What do the bones and the Lake of Tears mean? This season's biggest new mystery was the discovery that ancient bones might be the key to escaping the town. Since the town runs entirely on ritual and sacrifice, removing those bones from their resting place could break the immortality the monsters depend on, which would finally make them killable. I also think the real Lake of Tears might not be the one Ethan believes it is. What if the actual lake is where the bones need to be placed in order to resurrect and save the children? Jade and Tabitha have repeatedly said, saving the children is the one thing they've never managed to do. If that finally happens, it might be exactly what starts breaking the town's hold for good. Honestly, a flashback episode showing the town's original creation and the first bargain would be incredible, almost like a standalone horror short buried inside the series. How does Julie's time walking actually work? Julie's ability was teased back in the season 3 finale, and this season mostly wasted it. She believed she'd figured out a way to travel to different time periods, but thought she'd failed because the symbol she'd used ended up left behind rather than staying with her. I actually think she's closer than she realizes. My theory is that the symbol she draws marks the exact point she can return to. And once she redraws that same symbol and holds onto it, that's what pulls her back. She got hung up on the paper being left behind, but I think that's actually the mechanism working correctly. Hopefully, next season gives her, and us, that aha moment. Did Donna see anything while unconscious? This one's been quietly nagging at me. When Donna's brain was starved of oxygen for several minutes, did she experience anything? If the answer is nothing, that might actually settle the debate about trapped souls. It would mean she wasn't caught anywhere. But my gut says she's holding something back. This town's residents are notorious for keeping secrets from each other, and I wouldn't put it past Donna to have seen something during those minutes, maybe glimpses of the dead who've died there over centuries, some form of an afterlife, or even a way out. It feels far too significant a moment for the show to just brush aside. Final thoughts. There are plenty more loose threads from these 4 seasons of From, but these are the ones I think matter most heading into the final season. If you've got theories of your own, drop them in the comments. I'll do my best to dig into them too. That's it for From Season 4's biggest unanswered questions.